On this week's episode, we trip with an angle grinder.
Oh no.
We misgender a wheel.
That guy right there.
And we get sicker than a dog.
Last couple hours. Oh no. Oh no. I tripped. I just happened to have my angle grinder in my hand turned on, and I tripped, and I cut my fender. Dang it. It was so perfect too. No rust, no nothing. Oh, dang it. Shucks. Golly gee willikers.
Guys, you won't believe it. I tripped again. I tripped again. Oh, I tripped again. Oh no. I tripped again. It's all part of the process. I'm working on something here. And if there's anybody that complains, oh, you destroyed a perfectly good Dakota. First of all, it's rusty as all hell. It's a long bed. And third of all, it was for sale. Nobody bought it or gave me a decent offer. So it's mine. Do what you want to your own car. Okay. That is my cardboard, or in this case, yard sign assisted design. As you can see, tucks up in there. It's not necessarily a good indicator, but could you see that tread pattern before? I think not. I think we're on the right route here. I hope we are, because I've already gone through a few discs, and yeah, I can't put that fender back on. It was all rust. Here's the open. That's what I'm talking about, right there on the freaking edge. A little bit of tire bubble, bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, you can go ahead and see it. Not the fanciest thing in the world, but by God, it'll work. And that's all that matters, as long as it works. It's a lot better than that guy right there. That guy's probably gonna go on the front. It sticks out really hard. We'll see what we can come up with. Stay tuned. Hey folks, I hope everybody doesn't get this. I haven't thrown up in literal years, and I've been letting it rip last couple hours. Good day. It's been a couple days. If I look a little thinner in the face, it's because I've been taking Ozempic through my butt. Kidding. I've been sicker than dog crap. So if anybody's ever seen that Korn music video where Aaron Paul does the whole crazy vomiting into the crowd thing, like that was me for 2 days. Good stuff. So we're back out in the garage, and I had plenty of time to think. Endless amounts of time to think. So what I've done is I've taken a whole new idea after looking at the Escudo Pikes Peak, the Pikes Peak car. This is what I got. I have an absolute mess of yard sign that I cut up and stuff, but here's what we're looking at. Kind of dishes back, little riser into plate. So, no, it doesn't look like much from here, and it's blue and shit, and it doesn't give a whole lot of stuff, but you can kind of see what I'm going for. You can see a bit more of the tire. This is just on this tire, too. Imagine with an offset tire, you're sticking out quite a bit more, and that fender flare actually bolted up, and blah, 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 and everyone, and imagine a concourse paint job, and da-da-da-da, and all that, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm going with here. So, not for nothing, I did pick this up from an old bike builder. He's old nowadays, but when I was growing up, he was the shit. And I've always wanted to meet this guy. I hope one day I do get to meet him. If you know who he is, and if you happen to know him, and if he gets a
maybe if he's down to meet somebody that's been an absolute fan since Biker Build-Off days and still absolutely dig the shit out of the stuff he does with the Sons of Speed, Billy Lane.
Billy Lane. Already a two-time winner of the Great Biker Build-Off and the darling of countless motorcycle publications, Mr. Lane is fast becoming the hottest star in all of chopperdom, in large part for such wild innovations as this completely hubless rear wheel.
That dude, pretty badass. I absolutely adore the shit that he does, because he never did anything the same twice. It was always new and fresh. And granted, I couldn't grow my hair out like his. Wish it did, but you know, receding hairline and bald, or going bald, whatever. Genetics sucks to suck. Him and all the other shows, man. The other shows kind of get you in, and then once you're in, you're either stuck, you know, riding, you know, West Coast choppers or OCC's D, or you kind of delve deeper into what's going on with, like, the hubless wheel, the exhaust that ended up burning his crotch all to hell on the Biker Build-Off. That was sick. God, I'm gonna ramble like crazy, but use some of his techniques to get like the edge right along here. So to get this edge right here along the door frame, granted we're going to do a little trimming up and all that stuff, but to get a basic edge, because it's not straight up and down, what I did is basically a copycat of what he did. He used manila, whatever, those tan envelopes that you get from like lawyers and stuff. Those things, you take those, you take a dirty hand and you rub them up and down. I took some blue tape, laid it on top of that, about as straight as up and down as you can get, and then you rub your hand up and down it a handful of times. You get a nice groove going. From there, you can translate it onto your cardboard or your yard sign or whatever you want to do to make your template, and that's how you get your nice shape and all that stuff. So if anything else, Billy Lane, thank you for the tip on that, and for the drive to completely destroy a Dodge Dakota, which is totally, that's on me. But yeah, one day when I go down to Tennessee, I would love nothing more than to at least shake Billy Lane's hand, just because a mixture of him and my dad and everybody else that got me into this crap, and I'd almost think a drug habit would be better at this point. I just wanted to get the basic shapes down, because the way I had it before was this piece was going to be one piece and it was going to flow from here to out to here, and I didn't really like that. It didn't give the depth that I was looking for. I want it to be obvious and noticeable that there was something missing here, that there was something else going on aside from just fender flares. So that's what we got going on that. The old lady's pulling in, so that's my ticket to get the hell out of here and go do some husband shit. But we'll catch you guys here in 2 seconds for you, but maybe a day or two for me. Peace. Well, I think we got a little bit of something going on here. We'll see. All right, got a piece of metal here, got a piece of metal here. Get those a little bit more snug-a-lug-a-lug. Can't remember what that was for. Oh yeah, this, I need to finish up the piece right here, but I've got something special that I want to do inside here that I won't reveal until it's done. But this is how much, this is really how much I've cut. Really nothing, but did have to fold this up a little bit, kind of make it look a little nicer. We're getting there. So here's a walk around of it sitting right now. It's a little cold. A little cold. So here was it before. Pretty much before. And after. I can't say I'm too terribly mad at it. And once it's all painted up and stuff, that's gonna look fantastic. So I'm gonna stand right at the back wheel. Do this let's just do this mathematically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paces off at the back wheel. You can see the tire. And this is on stockies. So let's do that on the other side real quick. I don't think we can get 5 paces off, but let's just do one big one. You can't see much of that tire. So it's doing what I want it to do. We're getting the second side down. Almost in record time as far as the cut. So, all right, got this fender flare hung, got that fender flare hung, got this side cut. I need to make templates for this side and get the cutout boxed in, all that stuff done. But got this, the 2 fender flares hung, that cut out, lollygagging around about 2 hours. Just kind of farting around. But we're on our way. And it's cranking up some ideas. I've got another one that I want to execute. As soon as I get this side boxed in and get the blister done on the back side back here, I have something I want to do exhaust-wise. It's exhausting thinking of all these ideas. Oh, dad joke. But yeah, on top of all this stuff, new development. So aside from my dirt drag rally that I'm putting on here in a couple months, we have the beater challenge put on by Cousin Cletus. That's going to end at the No Name Nationals. I've never been there, I've never even heard of it until yesterday. So got some looking around to do, figuring out what the heck's going on with that. And will this fit in? Will it not fit in? We'll see. I'm going to give it a swing and see what happens. But yeah, the ideas on this truck, they develop and they change just about every day. And they're coming, it's like, I can't do it with both my hands, but they're coming down to a fine point. You sharpen something enough, it gets sharper and sharper. It's pretty dull right now, but it's getting down to a fine point. I think we're on to something. Just got to hope that something is actually good. Good news, good news, good news. We took ourselves a nice little road trip up to North Kansas City today, and I am currently leaving the gentleman's house. Appreciate your business, sir. If you can see back there, there's a little bit of something going on. Those are side steps. Yes, Grandpa's side steps, and I'll see if I can't pull the picture up, pull it right here. And I know what you're thinking. What the hell are you doing with those Grandpa ass side steps? Well, one, they're for Dakota, for extended cab long bed, or extended cab short bed. Mine's a single cab long bed. They have similar wheelbase, and I can chop these down and not feel too bad, and they were available. I probably got hosed on them a little bit. I paid $100. Ugh, that's heavy. But 2 pieces of aluminum, essentially. I have a picture in my head of what they're going to look like and what we can do with them to kind of give them a bit more of a feel. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Well, how you liking it so far? Not bad, right? I know it's in many different colors and many different stages of done as far as it goes, but we're moving right along. Is it at a record pace? Mm-mm. Is it at a pace? A pace. But yeah, so just to clarify, I did not know this until literally yesterday about the 500 subscriber thing that you are required to have in order to compete in No Name Nationals. I was not privy to that, and I do not want to register for something in the hopes of it just happening. If I get there, I'll sign up. But unless I get there, I don't want to lean on, I don't know. I have a weird thing about being a burden or asking favors for, it's something that's a me problem. But get us to 500 so that way we can get there and I can bring Dr. Thunder. I have a new name for it, but once it's done, I'll unveil that. It's doing an evolution right now. It's taking a long time to do the evolution, but it's going to be worth it at the very end. Click the sub button. Love, peace, and chicken grease. We're going to catch you on the next one. Bye.
That's my dog, Uncle Big Back. Pull up!